Alright boys, so today I'm gonna show you guys how to actually make money in meme coins without gambling. And what I mean without gambling is by like if you're putting money into a new coin that is named like I don't know, anus or whatever, like the most absurd name, you are probably not gonna make money off that and it is probably gonna go to zero. Alright, so we're not doing that type of shit today. We're actually gonna put some knowledge into this and put some I don't know. We're gonna put something into this, alright? So what you want to do first, or let me just explain my strategy so you guys get a better understanding. Alright, so what my strategy is, what we're doing is that we are investing or DCAing, daily cost averaging, into projects that have high utility, or not even high utility, at least some kind of utility, alright? Second would be the community. Alright, we need a project that has a decent community. It doesn't have to be the best, but it has to be like a certain community that has some kind of engagement, right? That's not all bots. And then third is market cap. We want a project that has anything above 2 million or maybe 1 million. Or we get 1 to 2 million. Alright, so if you have those 30 things checked off, then that's a project that you should be looking at. Alright, so let's just find a project. Alright, so in the top 10, I can't really see much. I mean, we got like Mew, which is like I don't even know. Mewing Snowman. Why is it? Why is it the first? All right, I don't understand. But I guess it's like a community project by the looks of it. All right, so let's just look and take a look at a project that I said that has community, market cap, and utility. All right, so I'll use this as an example because I've actually done it, but just looking at the website, if you actually want to click on the website, it brings you up to a a website that has like the utility behind it. All right, so it has like a description on what the project is about, and usually what I notice is that AI projects are doing pretty well because of I don't know, I guess it's a trend right now. But we could see that it also has a Twitter. All right, so community, utility, market cap, it's a $9.1 million market cap. I mean, obviously it's really high right now, but um, yeah. So once you look at the chart, you can go on the 15 minute or you can go on the hourly, depending on it. Honestly, any time frame works, but higher time frame is the better time frame. So maybe the hourly time frame, the 1 hour. All right, so here's what I did. All right, so what you got to do is you just got to find support levels. All right, so these are support levels. You could see it ended up breaking through, which is okay. And you can find there's a support level here, but people can also say this is a support level, whatever. But these are the support levels that I drew. And initially, when before price was like before this was even made, this is what I was looking at. So practically price was just coming down on a downtrend. All right. And you might think that why would you invest in a project that is just like going on a downtrend? And I'm gonna tell you why. Alright? So let's just say you're starting out with a $200 balance on your Phantom wallet. Alright, so here's what you want to do. Like I said, you want to DCA on a support level underneath the blue line. So let's just say you put like I don't know $25 into your first buy order here. Alright? And then it goes lower and you're like, oh no, it goes lower. So what you want to do is you want to put another buy order. By the way, you do want to start with a small initial amount, or you want to start with like a static amount. So what I mean by static amount is that if it does go lower, you're putting the same amount. You're not putting like crazy amounts more. You're basically putting the same amount. All right. And just to kind of um, put a sense in what I'm saying is that usually projects are going to have a really high uptrend and then they're going to dump. And then later on, if it is a good community and it is a good and it has a good backed utility. Um, what that doesn't even make sense. It's just backed with utility. Is what I'm trying to say. All right, then usually it's gonna come back up. All right, so let's just get back to the buy orders or DCing. So once we get below here, we're just gonna start putting buy orders. All right, so what we already spent we spent 4 buy orders, which means we spent $100. All right, now in this case, you don't always have to spend all your money. All right, you can just buy whenever you see price dipping down or it is a good opportunity to buy. All right, so usually when you're looking at these are key indications of price that is going to come back upwards. If you see some kind of consolidation, usually that means that it's kind of good because it's not going down or it's not going up, but it's kind of in the middle, right? But so once you put $100 in it, you could see areas of where you want to take profit. So that would be the resistance levels, all right? So right over here would be my ideal take profit, and what the percentage would be is that would probably be around here. So you'd be getting at least 100%, all right? Which I ended up taking like a small percentage off this trade. I only earned like maybe 40% off trading this, is because um, I'm not so sure. I might have took profit around here, or it was just because I was up and then I didn't have time to look at it within the other, I don't know, times because I was kind of busy. So I ended up taking profit at like another or like a specific time because yeah. So this is basically what you want to do. All right. So once you reach these levels, that's the profit that's made, and that's basically it. All right. So you could see that it does continue higher, which is pretty amazing, but most of the times you're just gonna get like a small, or like not a small, like a medium sized move upwards, and then that's when you can take your profit. But ideally what you want to do is you want to target a 2x. So anything that's above 100%, you're basically pushing it. All right. So what you can also do is you can have a break even, or set your stop loss to break even, and then you could also have a set TP, which in my opinion, I like to actually look at the charts live because it's just easier for me to kind of track the progress of everything. Alright, so what we can do is we can find another project. And I did have a project in mind. Alright, so I did invest into this. This is called Overseer. And yeah, let's just mark out the liquidity levels, I guess. Or not the liquidity, the support levels. Alright, so where are the support levels here for this next example? But before we even get to that, alright, this doesn't have a website, but when you click on the Twitter, you could see that it brings you to the page of their profile, and you could see that it shows what their actual main account is, by the person who built this coin or meme coin. And this is also like a AI type of coin, type of meme coin, I should say. All right, so once you see that, once you see that it has utility and it has Twitter as the community, it should be okay. And it was at like I think it was at like a $3.5 million market cap when I got in, so that was already checked off the box. But you can see what you want to do is you just want to draw the support lines. All right, so there's so many here. Like you could call these ones here. I mean, the higher it goes, the more riskier it is. So ideally, you want to kind of stick with the easy support lines. But let's just get started with this support line right over here. All right, so when we saw a dumping, you could have entered off here, right? And if you DCA'd a certain amount, I mean, you would have got a 23% at the high. But if you did end up DCAing even more, then you could have, I don't know, probably averaged a buy order around here, and you would have made at least 56%. All right. And if you did not take profit there, then what you could have done is you could have DCA'd even more. So right over here, this would be the next take profit, and you could have put your orders down here or even lower. All right, so anything below here, you would have made anything below these blue lines, you really would have made money if you DCA'd. All right, so I mean, like, you could have bought here, you could have bought here, you could have bought anything underneath here. All right, and you could see that it was pretty much consolidating. I mean, not really consolidating. It was like kind of just ranging up and down a little bit, but it was still on the downtrend, you could see. But then right over here, it hit an uptrend and it just continued upwards now. So here would have been another example on, you could have made a 2x if you DCA'd a lot right over here. But initially, you know, so the initial DCA, you wouldn't have made that much, and you would have probably been scared because it dipped down all the way down to what, 3699. So that would have been maybe like half of your balance gone, or what you put into this coin gone. And you really shouldn't be scared if you're down like, I don't know, 50%, because the worst case scenario is that it goes to zero, all right, which most of the time, unless it is a rug, it won't go to zero, like, to be realistic. All right, now let me just show you guys what it looks like on the charts that I use, or what the website I use to actually invest in. All right, so this is Wood Wide Web. We are on the 5 minute. So initially I DCA'd right over here just because of this line right over here. I thought we were going to tap into it, and we're kind of showing some strength here. So I just decided to kind of YOLO here, but this is not really something you should do. So this was a little bit more on the riskier side, but I ended up making a alright amount. But right over here, you can see this was the initial support zone. Alright, I DCA'd underneath here, and then although it did take some time, it took like, I don't know, maybe 5 hours, it did end up coming up, and I sold right over here. I didn't make a lot, but at least I made something. And then what we can take a look at, we could take a look at overseer. So like I said, anything underneath the blue line, which would have been like right over here, right? Because this was the initial support zone, and it did end up breaking. In my opinion, don't be afraid when price breaks the support zone, because usually, not always though, but usually it should come back upwards. So you can see I never even sold here. I bought at 558, and that was not that good, but it did end up coming here, and I was sleeping at this time, so I couldn't take profit. So then right over here, it just kept going lower, and I just DCA'd even more. And then look, I ended up selling right over here. So I could have made a 2x, because it did end up reaching 908, but then I was sleeping at that time, so I didn't make that 2x, and I only made what, a 62.25%, which is still not bad, but you get the point. Literally, if you DCA on dips, you are having a higher chance of making back profits. All right, so that basically is my method. Yeah, I don't really have much to say. Am I forgetting anything? But yeah, I don't think I'm forgetting anything. But yeah, that's my method, and hopefully, if you guys do use it, you guys use it wisely, and you don't put all your money into, my method, because sometimes it might not work. All right, and if it doesn't work, then try on another project. But I so far have a 100% success rate, but I've only tried 3 times. So risk what you're trying to risk, and if you lose money, don't be mad, because this is money, again, that you should be not worrying about, because it's meme coin money. Alright, so what I suggest you guys using for buying meme coins is Photon or BullX, and in my opinion, I think both are pretty good, but If you do want to use it, it'll be down on the links below. But thank you for watching, and I hope you guys end up making money.